see if this is gonna work. Hi,
Hi,
Linda. How are you? I'm gonna move my
good. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm so glad. I was just reading a little bit about you in your bio for everyone because I even hopped on a few minutes late because of tech issues and dog issues,
I'm up
as you know.
now, letting her do her thing.
Oh yeah,
So
I
got
understand.
home. I just got home, so I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that I had this appointment.
Totally fine. I get it. You've been running around all day. So I totally get that. I am excited that we're going to chat because I know from being on Linda's team that she has a lot of fun things planned, but mostly in the upcoming weeks that she can share with us, but mostly her main tip, because if you guys are new, since this is a new series, I'm going to reiterate it. The series is all about sharing simple tips to help you manage your day to day so that you're not just living it, you're thriving in it. It's not feeling so overwhelming and stressful. So, Linda, do you want to tell us a little bit about your background and who you are before we jump into your simple tips?
Yes. So I'm Linda Bertha, and I specialize in helping people actually get off of the hamster wheel of social media to, if you are trying to attract clients, and instead do something that basically is makes more sense, if you will, and doesn't take as much time, which is the power of SEO, search engines. Search engine top three: Google, YouTube, and Pinterest. And
Yes.
so, yes, that's what I do.
Can you, I think a great found like a transition question into this is especially for people who might be newer into the online space, because I do have a lot of people who follow me that way. Um, what what do you think is like the biggest thing about SEO that isn't taught that people should know?
Well, first of all, people are very intimidated by it because they think it's super complicated, and
Right.
it really isn't. Not for the end user, but it's very powerful because just think about it. When you're going to look for something, you type into Google, where do I find this? How do I, show me where I can get a plumber in the local area. You go on YouTube, how to whatever. We just had to use YouTube yesterday because we had a new TV and we couldn't get the feet in on the
Mhm.
TV, and we had, sure enough, you put in your exact TV type and somebody's on there with a video showing you exactly how. Um, so stuff like that, you use it all the time, right? Well, now,
Mhm.
so imagine you're really not getting a cold lead when you're using the power of search engines. You're getting a warm lead because they were seeking you out, right?
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
what people don't realize and is Pinterest. First of all, they think Pinterest is a social media platform. It is not. It is the third largest search engine. Second, it's just very visual, very pretty. A lot of people also think that you have to be a product-based seller, and you don't.
Nope.
There are tons of online service providers that are on Pinterest because we all create content, whether it is written or video or audio, and you can repurpose that on Pinterest. And that's the key: is use what you already have, write
Yeah.
that cornerstone content, get then repurpose it. And
Yeah.
so what we teach is repurposing it. Well, we actually have a full concierge service that does this for people, but shortly we are going to have a program where it teaches you how to do this. And basically you create some beautiful graphics that are for Pinterest, just like you resize your images for Instagram or Facebook, you're going to size it for Pinterest. And
Right.
You have it link back to where that content resides, which I'll tell you right now, I hope it's on your website because
Yeah,
you want to bring traffic to your website,
right. Exactly.
right?
I think one thing too is, well, now Pinterest, they're also doing video content. And for anyone who doesn't know, they can repurpose video content in there as well because they're trying to compete. But fun story was, and I think this will tie into a lot of your ideal clients, and for anyone listening who's skeptical of using Pinterest in their business as a service-based business owner, that is actually how I found out about VA businesses, and that's how I started my side hustle. Because when I was looking at ways to make money online, I was like searching Pinterest a ton at my corporate job, which I can say that now because I quit. Um, and saving all these ideas to my boards and things. And that's actually how I found a course that taught me how to start my VA business. So I think if you're not utilizing Pinterest as a service-based business owner,
You should.
like you mentioned, you're missing out on a lot of organic warm leads. So what would you say to people who, what where do you see your social, like a lot of people online, we've talked about this before behind the scenes, is people, when we talk about marketing and being on social media, how can you, and you just brought up repurposing, which I love because that makes your life easier. So how do we like combine this Pinterest strategy in with what we're already doing in our
Right.
marketing strategy?
Yeah, what you do is you actually you have to start thinking about the way search engines work, right?
Right.
And so you want to be including your content that people are going to get to learn about you, what it is that you offer. Think of what it is that they're looking for. Write that content, put it on your website, and then create a pin for it. And, I mean, there's more to it than that, which I'm not going to go into all the details, but, that is the power. Okay. Because what happens then is even if they go to your website and they don't do anything, they just leave it right after. They didn't opt into your email. They didn't do nothing. They didn't contact you. They turn around and leave. It doesn't matter because they just helped your Google rankings because they brought traffic, organic traffic from Pinterest to your website. And the more times that happens, your Google rankings keep going up. Why do you want good Google rankings? Well, because then the likelihood of you getting on the first couple pages of Google search results, I should say, are that much better. So that's why you want to do it.
I love that because I also think it's really intimidating for a lot of online business owners when they first start. And that was something that was taught to me when I first started out, was like, it's going to be really hard for you to rank on Google because there's so many VAs and stuff out there. So this is going to be like a twofold question of that people teach that it's like intimidating. So, you just do word of mouth referrals or hop on social media and get yourself super visible. But with the Google traffic, you're saying it's simpler because of the Pinterest piece.
Well, yes, because it's a search engine, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if let's say you do a post on Facebook or Instagram, have you ever tried to find those later?
Terrible.
Yeah, right. Like, let's say you see one that you like and you think, oh, and you don't have time to read it all, but you do want to read it. Well, you can't because you could probably never find it again. Posts, like, they live so short. It's such a short life. But now when you put it on Pinterest, it is evergreen, meaning it lives forever. If you are a Pinterest user, I will tell you, look at the pins. Do you care what date it was put out there if you like the pin?
I don't think I even noticed that when I'm pinning things.
Mm-hmm.
That's not even prompted.
Now, I started using Pinterest way back, way back, when I was following bloggers in the craft and hobby industry. And I was just trying to comprehend how on earth are they making money? Like, I
Right.
get it. Like, all they're doing is putting content out. Why are they making money? Because back then I didn't understand affiliates. I didn't understand any of that. There's a lot to learn about the online business. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But okay. So I have a ton of pins that are from the craft and hobby world. And let me tell you, I still get people pinning my stuff from 10 years, 15 years ago. It doesn't matter. If you like it, you like it. Right.
Yeah, I get notifications from my Pinterest. Like it's my personal page because Linda's helping me with my business page. But I'll save pins on my personal page. I get notifications all the time. Like people are liking this that you pinned. I'm like, I didn't even make a pin. I just saved someone else's.
Right.
But it's
Right.
helping my account.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So there's a lot more power. See, so I guess my point is that when you're just on social media, it's like a one and done. It's like disappears, and all your
Mhm.
time that you spent is pretty much wasted. Whereas when you use the power of search engines, you put it on Pinterest, you put it on YouTube. Let's say you have a good YouTube channel,
Yep.
make a pin telling them just, a header of what that video's about. Have the link go right to that video.
Yeah.
Then on YouTube, make sure that you have that link to your website.
Right. You're getting people to
Yeah.
come back. You're getting the optimization. It's linking on multiple platforms then.
Yeah.
So what do you think makes people intimidated by it? Is it the keywords
It
or
could
do you
be.
think,
It's probably a combination of, search engines are based off of keywords.
yeah,
But I have seen people over the past 5 years embrace hashtags. So
oh,
they can now embrace keywords because they should have been doing the keywords all along.
right.
That hasn't changed, right?
Yeah,
And so no, as long as your keywords are relevant to what your ideal client is looking for, are relevant to what you wrote about, then it's all good. It all makes sense. And if you're a good business owner, that's what you're going to do anyways, you know?
right. I think the key takeaway for anyone who's watching, I know Sam's on. Hi, Sam. She said hello in the comments. I don't know if Linda can see
Oh,
comments or not, but
hi, Jill. Hi, Brittany.
um, for those who are watching, like I think the key takeaways here too would be with the Pinterest is like the organic reach that you're gonna get that you're not gonna get on social media. So then social media more so becomes you get to do it because you enjoy it, not because you feel like you have to. So it takes that pressure off. I think is like a really good point to bring up for people who are feeling burnt out on social media. You don't have to feel burnt out.
Right.
I heard this on the one podcast that you were just featured on, and I want you to share it here for everyone watching and whoever's live and watching the replay. How much organic reach have you been able to get with your pins? I know it was like a really crazy number, so that's why I want people to see the impact it can have.
Yeah, it's like about 600,000.
Yeah,
And
which is crazy.
and I don't have high numbers yet of followers, but it's the reach. And that's what
What
I care about. How much reach do I have? And that's because of other people sharing your stuff.
Right, and those are warm reaches. Like I've noticed, like I get a ton of reach on Reels, but I'm not getting leads from those Reels all the time. And if they are getting a ton of reach or likes, it might be people who aren't even my ideal. Like sometimes, yes, it is my ideal client, but with Instagram, I've noticed the reach isn't one that powerful and that organic, and two, not as warm like you had mentioned
Right,
before.
right. So, yeah, I'm thrilled to death with that reach. It's like, oh, that is so awesome. You know, it makes it, that's just in the past year.
Right, because you've pivoted from other business models, and so that reach is more applicable.
Yeah. So really, I started my Pinterest strategy seriously a year ago.
Okay,
So I think that's really good.
that's a lot more than some people see ever on social media, depending on, you know,
Yeah.
who they're trying to target.
Yeah.
For
And the other thing that I like to point out too is that when people get to the point that they want to run ads,
yeah,
Pinterest ads and YouTube ads are the way to go. Two reasons. One, again, search engines, way more powerful than social media. Second of
yep.
all, let's say you place an ad on Facebook, regardless, you know, of whether you get any good results or not, you have to pay.
Trial and error. Especially if you're doing it yourself, it's really going to be trial and error.
On YouTube, it's not the case.
No, yeah. You okay?
Yeah, I just got something in my throat.
Do you need a good drink?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a great point to bring up too with the ads, because that's like such an organic way for people online to make money, is, or they're hearing that they have to do ads to get this type of reach, whereas there are simpler, less expensive ways to do it, and these type of ads get a way better ROI. I'll give you a second. I feel so bad.
Oh my gosh. I
Are
had
you good?
I had a carrot stick, and I think a little piece was stuck in my throat.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that funny?
Oh, are you feeling better though?
I'm getting there.
Maybe. Oh my gosh. Well, we can wrap. I know. Well, I don't want to keep you on too if you're.
Yes.
I want to let you talk about your webinar that's coming up next week for anyone who's watching and anyone who's really interested and serious about using Pinterest to help get them off the hamster wheel that is social media, so they don't feel so burnt out. I know that's a huge popular trend I'm seeing, especially right now with mental health too. People want to get off social media for their mental health, and they don't like having to do video content or put their face out there or whatever the case may be. So Pinterest may be a great strategy for you. So if that's the case, Linda, can you tell us about your training that's going to be next week? Because you have some awesome templates coming their way and a great training plan.
Yes. So I have a webinar planned for Tuesday the 14th at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. And it is basically like a free training session to show you how Pinterest can basically be number one go-to for your marketing plan. So yes, it's a free webinar. So you just go to my lindabarutha.com/free-webinar, and you can register. If you can't make it at that time, still register, because only the people that are registered are going to get the replay.
Yes, and thank you, Sam. She put it in the comments. So if anyone's watching, good. Sam is Linda's social media manager. She is awesome as well, and she's actually going to be on this interview series next week, so we'll get to hear more from Sam next week too. But the webinar is great. I'm so excited for it, obviously, because I'm helping the behind the scenes option. But Linda has opened my eyes to making my marketing and lead gen easier, because when we first talked, we talked about referral programs. That was like my first interaction with Linda, and that saved my business when I was in my first trimester. Had I not done that stuff, my business probably would have been a lot worse off. And now she's helping me with my pins so that I don't have to feel like I have to show up all the time. So I really, really stand behind what Linda teaches because it just provides you with the flexibility and the freedom
Yeah.
to run your business in an efficient way, which of course is what I'm all about and you're all about, but it's nice to see other people doing it in different ways.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on.
Of course, Linda, I'm so excited, and thank you to everyone who tuned in today. The live will be up if you're catching the replay. Let us know what your favorite piece of or your favorite takeaway was from the interview, and let us know. Thank you so much, Linda.
Yep. See you later.
Bye.